What's going on, everybody? I have a dirty kitty cat, and it's really upsetting. It's been about a week and maybe week and a half since I did my last wash. She's not that bad, but obviously on the lower panels we got Grime Time Central. As you can see, I don't have splash guards on at the moment because I took them off. I had to take them off. There was no choice. So basically what I'm going to be doing is pulling this car out, setting up my wash situation, and then we'll see where that goes. Hopefully I can get some good footage. Well, now that the car's pulled out, this is the next step. Basically what I end up doing is taking a towel and just covering things because of these holes. So when you wash the car, you end up soaking everything in the engine bay. And let me tell you something, I've actually put a Wolfgang sealant on all of my carbon fiber parts, my strut bar, and some parts on the engine bay. This way it's more slick and doesn't have issues, but you can get water spots in there, and I don't know if you're like me, but water spots, no, I don't deal with that. In all honesty, what I really think the best way to handle this type of video is going to be doing this in parts. I do talk a lot, and I do what the fuck? I do talk a lot, and that is for a reason. I like to be very thorough, and I like to explain things. So if you are a subscriber, then you kind of enjoy that. If not, I don't know what the heck you're doing watching this page, because I'm a mess. So basically what I'm going to do is go over how I would set up. Now the car at this point is pulled out of the garage. It's sitting there. What I would normally do now is decide what products I'm going to be using. I'm going to be setting up my wash and my rinse bucket. I'm going to be taking out my brushes and things for the wash bucket on the wheels. I'm going to be setting all of that up. I will do wheels first. That's just how I do it because I take quite a lot of time with the wheels. So I would rather not have water on the actual paint drying and stuff at that point. So what we're going to do is handle it this way. Also, side note, once we get done with the initial couple videos of this, but once I'm done with that, where I'm going to go with this from there is different things like using different products. Today I'm going to use some of the ones I'm more used to using on my daily regimen. What I'll do is I'll start incorporating other products. If people want to suggest things, I'll start using those. So there are ways to make this continue. I do have tons of different shampoos, different products I've bought. So for right now, we have our rinse bucket and our wash bucket. Step one, get the lids off. What you're gonna notice in both of my buckets is I have two of the grit guards, one on the bottom, and I have the side one where you can like kind of scrub down. Usually that's only necessary on my rinse bucket, so I have it on both, but it's not really necessary. Once those lids are off, usually I just sit here and I decide which car shampoo I'm going to be using for the day. And then from there, I decide what wash mitts I'm going to be using. Wash mitts, I say plural because there's more than one. I use one wash mitt dedicated for the top of the car. I use one wash mitt for the lower halves of the car, and I use a washcloth for like the exhaust tips, just so I can keep from avoiding scratching the shit out of everything. For car shampoo, what I usually try to stick with is Optimum Car Wash. I buy this product in the gallons and I actually really enjoy it. This is only my second gallon of this. I've actually used this quite a bit and it lasts. I overuse it. Whatever they tell me, this is with most products though. I know it makes no sense, but I would rather have the extra in there. Plus it's very sudsy. I like suds. Suds are good. We're gonna skip ahead for a second. As far as the foaming goes, which will be from that bad boy over there, what I'm gonna use is what I've been using for the last couple washes, Finesse Avalanche. This is, it's just such a good product. At one point I was buying it in liters, so I have 2 of the 1 liters. Now I have a full 5 liter set up down there, so I will have this for a while. What I want to try on my next shampoo foam is this one. I was recommended this by a detailer buddy, Shampoo Plus. It's from the professional detailer line, but I've had a lot of success with Meguiar's products. When I first started car washing, I was obsessed with their gold class. That was like all I used. I loved the smell of it, and you know, since then I've moved on. But next thing we're going to talk about is wash pad selection. This is always going to be one of those controversial topics. I have a range from so many different people. This is that new white merino wool thing from Adams. Yes, I do try Adams. I'm not an Adams hater. I just don't like one product. So I tried this out. It's cool. I'm just not into how big it is. It's definitely a quality mitt, but this thing will soak up probably a quarter of your wash bucket's water, just because it holds so much water. What I do end up using more often than not is the Chemical Guys Bear Claw. It's a good size compared to this. It's definitely thinner. It won't take as much water, but it's soft. It's a good wash mitt. I use this as my main wash mitt, so that's what we'll be using today. Now, as far as my secondary wash mitt, I use one of 2. This one here is the CarPro wash mitt. It's very, very soft. I usually try to stick with this for the lower half of the car. It's a nice mitt. What we're gonna try today is this one. This is also by Adams. It's I don't know, when I bought it I thought it was gonna be a lot softer. It's definitely not harsh, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try this on the lower half of the car and we'll see what happens. Again, these are all, you know, microfiber Chanel type wash mitts. I have a ton of these. I used these for the longest time. Meguiar's microfiber wash mitt. These were like my go-to wash mitt. I do recommend those quite a bit. But for today, we're done. As I mentioned, I use 3 different wash media. My third one is going to be one of my throwaways. I buy these in bulk at like BJ's or Costco, any of those Sam's Club. You get like 24 of them for like 12 bucks or whatever it is. I use these. They're usually a 1 and done, sometimes a 2 and done, but I don't even bother washing these half the time. They get so soot covered, and to me, honestly, it's not even worth it. This is a brand new one. So what I'll do is at the end, I wash my exhaust tips. I just dip this when all the towels are out. I dip it once in there and I just go to town. What I'll probably do is pre-treat the exhaust tips first. I just take a pump sprayer that I have a Power Clean from Optimum. I have a 3-to-1 mixture, and I just spray that onto the tips. I let it dwell for a second, and the tips shine like the nice, beautiful star that guides you at nighttime. So that's that. Now let's talk about the wheel bucket. This is my wheel bucket. Usually I have a bunch of things in here and I don't always use each one for each time. Some of the things that I use that are my go-tos, I like this. It's able to get in there and get some of that caked up dirt off. It flies right out of my hand. It's seen better days. My favorite thing is this. This is from like AutoZone. You can get this anywhere. It's just a little glove. When I'm done and I'm ready to do the spokes and stuff, I pop this bad boy on. I look like a freaking Yeti with this thing on, but it's okay. It's got like soft little fingers, and I just basically wipe off the spokes. I can get into a lot of areas. When it comes to cleaning my brake calipers and my lug nuts, I use this. I bought this a long time ago in a pack. They were from Glaze. This is, I don't even know if they're still in business or not, but it's pretty good. It's a good quality brush. I like it. I use this brush. I can't even remember where I bought this from. I know it was a company that specifically does tire gel applications, but I bought this brush. This is just to clean the tires. It's pretty stiff, but it's not going to harm my wheels. I use this for the face of the wheels sometimes, and then I have my bent brush that I just stick in and I go behind the spoke sometimes. Also, I do have a grit guard on the bottom of this. What I'll do is I'll usually fill this up with water and I'll put some wheel cleaner in there, so everything's in there, and then as I'm ready I pull it out and it's got water on it already and we're ready to rock and roll. Now as far as foam goes, this is the last little setup thing. This is the Canon I'll be using today. I do have both of the MTMs. I've just used this one a lot more. Actually, you know what? Let's use the other one. Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's live dangerously. We're gonna use the newer one. It's 5,000 PSI rated. This is called the PF22. This is by MTM. So we're gonna try this with the gas pressure washer today with the Auto Finesse Avalanche. So this is my hose setup. I bought this. It's made by Suncast. I bought this online at Home Depot's website because they didn't have it in the store. Basically, it just mounts to the wall. I did cover this fire hose nozzle in a previous video, and you know, I've got a pretty high quality setup here. I like it. It's a quick disconnect, so when I'm ready to go, I'm going. What I usually do is just unwind this and hook this hose up, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. It's actually kind of sunny out. I was underestimating it. Weather report said, Jesus Christ, they said it was going to be 69 degrees and cloudy. This is, the 69's probably on point. There's no cloud. So what we're going to do is just start putting some water in here. I do the wheels first, like I mentioned, for situations like this, where it's sunny out and I don't want to deal with water drying on the paint. So I'm going to put a little bit of shampoo in here. I was going to put wheel cleaner, but I'm going to put a little shampoo, probably Meguiar Shampoo Plus. We'll try that out, just so it's got some lubricity. So out of that gallon that I showed you, I usually buy these bottles. These have like the self-cleaning tops. So I wanted to just put the shampoo mixture in here because the gallons I usually keep on the bottom of my shelf, so this will stay on the top. So what we're going to do is, other than going into some kind of mixture, because this is just to get some kind of lubricity inside the bucket, is we're just going to take it and, you know, pour a little in. What's cool about these lids is when they shut, they basically make it so the product can't stick inside. I don't know. I think that's cool. Well, we're different. Who knows what you think is cool. So you give that a little quick shot and we get a little soap. When it comes to setting these buckets up, what I'll do is I'll take the one I'm going to be using on the bottom and I'll be using the one on top. This one I'm just going to leave on the side. That's going to get dunked in at last. And then I'm going to fill this stuff up with water. I'm going to put the shampoo right on top of the one wash mitt, and then we're going to foam it all up. But I'm not putting shampoo in yet. Like I said, I might wait. So we're just going to fill these buckets up. You know, I was like hesitant on whether or not I should make this kind of video series thing. There are so many better people that do detailing, and I mean, you got somebody like Obsessed Garage, and you know, I'll never have that quality because he's got the time and he's got the place to do it. You know what I mean? He's got this like awesome wash bay that he's built, and more power to him. But as far as it goes for me, I'm just gonna do it because I do use products that I want people to see. I do use quite a variety of products, and I am gonna be honest, when it comes to detailing stuff, Plus, I guess, you know, if you're here watching me, you like my personality, I guess, so you want to see other content. This is other content. So when it comes to the rinse bucket, I usually just fill it up to the point where it's a little bit higher than the washboard type grit. Now when it comes to the wash bucket, like I said I was gonna do, I'm just gonna take out the washboard one. I want extra room in there. It takes up less volume. That little bit of plastic, I want all the water I can get. We're gonna put this aside. I'm gonna take my setup here. We're gonna start cleaning the wheels. I'm gonna do the ones in the shade. What I use for the wheels, what I've been using actually, is gonna be the Adams wheel cleaner. I've been using that. I did actually just buy the Griot's iron remover or whatever it was. So I do want to try that out. This is also something I recommend you buy. I got this on Amazon or something. That's just water from right now. I got this on Amazon and it's like a kneeling pad. It's got a little handle on it and I basically just kneel on it and it saves my knee from rocks. We're gonna grab this bad boy. We're gonna grab our Optimum. Ooh, almost dropped that. Like we said, well, we said 4 ounces, but I don't listen. So we're gonna put that in there. And we're gonna do 5 ounces. Why? Because I'm an idiot. That's why. I'll just leave that in there. This. I always end up dripping goddamn soap. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate our sudsies. What we're gonna do now is get, oh, this is danger. This has danger written all over it. Oh, Jesus. I wish I was a basketball player. Oh boy. Okay. We have our distilled water. Like I said, we're gonna try this foam cannon. So basically, we're gonna take our Avalanche snow foam. We're gonna pop in I guess that's I'm assuming that's like 200 ml something. Should be enough. We're just gonna go by that. It's like a little over an inch kind of. Then we're gonna take our water, probably spill it everywhere. Oh my god, I didn't. Don't jinx it, don't jinx it. Don't jinx. I did. I spilled. Shit. It's okay. We're doing good. Oh, god damn it. You know, that's the hard part. You never know when the damn suds are gonna come up and just say F you. Now be careful when you thread these things on. Well, not so much the MTM. I had a lower quality one in the beginning of my processes, and it it messed up the threading on this. Because you gotta remember, you're taking a metal situation and putting it on a plastic situation. So we're gonna give this a twirl, and we're done with this. Now here's our baby. This is what we do with our baby. We're gonna prepare. Okay, so if any of you seen this from a previous video, this is the M407. This is actually the older model one. I got my coupler on there, and I got my other situation here. So now, what I love about this pressure washer is the handles come out. Right? Goes down. Now we've got this awesome little unit. What you always want to do, make sure you got some gas in this bad boy. I should be, yeah, almost full. Okay. I just checked the oil the other day, so I know that's good. Everything should be good. I really love this hose. This hose is awesome. What I have here is my main hose. flexy thingamajig. You're gonna wanna do this, get the water through the system. I think it was to get rid of air bubbles and whatnot. I did get a subscriber asking for me to use a 40 on the car, that tip, which obviously there's no pressure. I'm gonna start this pressure washer up. I'm gonna foam the car, and then we're gonna show you what the 40 does. And just to prepare, I have some drying towels. I've got actually 2 different atoms I can use. And my drying aid is gonna be Chemical Guy Synthetic Quick Detailer. I use that as a drying aid, and I've had quite a bit of success with that.